Hello Libra, and welcome to your full moon reading for August 1st. This will be a general reading meant for the collective, not meant for individual messages as you might expect in a personal reading. But if you do resonate, please do give me a thumbs up, and I always welcome new subscribers. If I mention astrological houses, that will be for those of you with Libra rising. If you have a different ascendant rising sign, you'll want to check out that reading for a fuller picture. This will be a 3-card spread. I'll pull 3 cards at first and then more as we go along for clarification. And at the end, I'll pull a card from the White Light Oracle that fits very nicely with this full moon. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. I've pre-shuffled the cards and cleansed the space. And let's see what Spirit has to offer you. Well, first, in the first position, we have what you should be looking at, what the full moon is illuminating for you at this time, which shows what you've been manifesting for the last 2 weeks since the last new moon in the middle of July. This middle position shows what you need to let go of. We have the Page of Cups, 6 of Wands, Page of Cups, what's no longer serving you. And then finally, we have what you need to do for the next 2 weeks to prepare to set your intentions at the new moon for the next lunar cycle. Okay, well, let's get some clarification here. What we have so far is fire energy, water energy, and air energy. And Libra, you are air energy. Fire energy is about inspiration, enthusiasm, connecting with spirit, as well as physical, mental, and emotional energy. Water is about emotions, subconscious, love, romance. The swords, air energy, is about truth, clarity, communication. And the 6 of Wands is represented by Jupiter in Leo. The Page of Cups is like the personification of water in general, so it could be it could be Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. And then 5 of Swords is associated with Venus in Aquarius. Okay, well, let's get started. Clarification, please, on why the 6 of Wands is in the area where the moon is shining in Libra's life. What have you been manifesting for the last 2 weeks? Well, it looks like you've been getting some recognition and appreciation for your work. I don't know if it's in the realm of your work environment, or if it's at home among family and friends, with a hobby, but somewhere you've been getting some recognition for your efforts, some hard-earned appreciation. You're the center of attention at times. Clarification. King of Pentacles. So I'm thinking it is in the area of work, and you showed some kind of mastery with management of resources. King of Pentacles is Taurus energy, if you have any planetary placements in Taurus or Taurus rising. The King is a master of attracting material resources, which would include your finances, income, bank account, property, other kinds of investments, even people, a team that you consider your assets, anything that could be considered an asset to give you security in your life, either at work, at home, anywhere. And the King is master of this. They can do it with both hands tied behind their back. And although the Queen has the same level of mastery, or about the same level of mastery, she applies it to her domain, which is the castle, whereas the King applies it to his kingdom, a broader sphere, which makes me think this is either with your extended family or a large group of friends, maybe on a team, a sports team that you do part-time, or at work within an entire department. More clarification. And we have Temperance. Not only did you manage the resources well and attract them, but you also turned base metal into gold. You alchemized those resources. So you were able to feed many people with just a few loaves of bread, or you were able to stretch that dollar somehow, but you impressed people, and you did it not through the exaggerated extremes that fire energy might show, or through passion and emotion, but simply from your practical, everyday world approach to whatever it was that you were manifesting. You used your moderation. You kept things within reason, and you were patient. So congratulations on that, Libra. Okay, well, let's look at the Page of Cups then. We have a young man bringing an offer of love and creativity. That fish there represents the creativity. He's naive. And by the way, the faces on the cards only show energy, masculine or feminine energy, not actual gender. So identify with these as you will. But the Page of Cups is a learner. He loves to find out new things. He has an open mind and open heart. And in this particular situation, it was about learning about how to manage emotions, so that a person would not go to extremes and let those influence the rational mind, which we'll get to over here. So let's get some clarification on why you need to let go of, why that may be no longer serving you, maybe a current emotional state or a way you approach social interactions emotionally. Let's see what's no longer serving you. Ten of Cups. Okay, the full moon is a time when a light is shown on that which has been hidden or unknown to us. And it shines on what we've been manifesting as well. But what's been hidden and unknown to you is there is a goal here. You're seeking ultimate fulfillment and happiness, and not just for yourself, but for those you love and care for, and who depend on you as well. Wherever you're a contributor to the emotional well-being, you are striving. You're striving to reach this ultimate goal. Some people call it happily ever after, like a fairy tale, but not really. So I'm thinking that you've moved beyond this page stage, moved beyond the student learner stage, and you are well on your way to this. Let's see. And you don't realize it. Notice we have a crescent moon back here. It's not as bright as the full moon. The full moon, okay, you thought you have anxiety and resentment here in these two swords, and they're clouding the truth. Your emotions were clouding the truth. They were too extreme, and they were too negative. You were vibrating at a lower frequency, which doesn't attract what you need in order to manifest this happiness that you're seeking. I'm thinking that now you're ready to let go of the worry. If you are staying up at night worrying about the tone you used when you maybe snapped at one of your teenagers, or the impatience you showed with a younger one, or maybe not showing enough appreciation to someone in your family, your person, or your children or parents. If you're worrying about that, that's only going to bring more of those feelings to you. You will continue to be impatient and irritated, anxious and resentful. And you need to let go of that, because it'll only attract more of that to you. You need to set the intention when this new moon comes, set the intention to exercise patience and tolerance even when you're not feeling it, to show appreciation, work-life balance, be fully there and present with your loved ones when you're there, and trust that the universe, let that intention go to the universe, and trust that God's spirit universe is working on that as we speak, so that you can advance in your enlightenment in this area. Let's get one more clarification card. The High Priestess. Use your intuition, Libra, but you're not going to be in tune to your intuition. The High Priestess is governed by the moon, which is what this reading is about. She will heighten your intuition, will help you interpret messages from spirit, help you notice more things, so that you can follow your gut feeling, your hunches, those little nudges that the universe gives you about, oh, look over there. Did you notice that? Did you notice that? And the High Priestess is your spirit connection that's backing you to help you move out of this negative energy here, this lower frequency. Go ahead and show gratitude. Be thankful. Feel as if you're already the most patient, tolerant person in the world. And Libra, you usually are. Maybe something is going on right now that has unbalanced you and caused this temporary irritation. But the Page of Cups is here. No, you don't need to let go of your learner status at all. This is saying keep an open mind and open heart as a learner about emotions. You're ruled by Venus, Libra. You love beauty and harmony. And having that harmonic balance at home and at work is very important to you. But there's been some irritation, impatience, which we all have. But right now, that's keeping you from this. And so the High Priestess is going to help you tune in to your intuition to correct that imbalance, so that this blindfold will be removed and you'll have the swords of truth working in your favor. Okay, so that's what you need to let go of, is whatever minor emotional upheavals are creating this sort of erratic emotional reaction that you've been showing to some things in the last couple of weeks. But let's look at the Five of Swords. What do you need to plan for? In the next 2 weeks, the moon will be darkening. The light will not be shining as brightly, which means it's a time to begin retreating within yourself, seeking calm and quiet and stillness for this reflection, to get in tune with the High Priestess and the angel here of Temperance. 2 major arcana cards. Your spiritual connection here. The divine has your back. And this influence lasts longer than just this lunar cycle. So they're here with you. 5 of Swords. Yes, this is air energy, and it's about truth. But as you can see, this person is not playing fairly. They've taken 3 of the swords and left only 2, which makes it an unfair fight. It implies deception, trickery. So how are you going to use this energy to help you plan for your next set of intentions that you'll set at the new moon? Clarification, please. Transformation, death and rebirth. This is Scorpio. Temperance is Sagittarius. Taurus, Sagittarius. 10 of Cups is Pisces. You have all kinds of signs here. Then you have the moon, which is connected to Cancer. You have the 6 of Wands, which is, 1 second here, 6 of Wands. Oh yes, Jupiter and Leo. And then the 5 of Swords. The 5 of Swords is Venus in Aquarius, and then Scorpio. Yeah, you have all kinds of signs here. I don't know what your planetary placements are, but that might be important, and your rising sign as well. Where is the full moon taking place? In your 5th house. It's taking place in Aquarius, which is your 5th house of creative play, youthful spirit, joy, drama, and romance. Drama. Something that was intended to be playful and started out in a light-hearted way has turned maybe passive-aggressive. I wonder if that's what's influencing your emotions at home, and you need to plan for some kind of transformation of energy in your home. Things have gotten a little out of hand, or this could be a work team. More clarification, please. We have the Empress. Okay, the Empress is Venus. That's you, Libra. The Empress relates to the Ten of Cups in that, not astrologically maybe, but in that she is the divine feminine. She wants to, she cares about the well-being of everybody. She's compassionate, loving, fertile. She's generous, and she encourages a loving spirit among everyone. She's the divine feminine in the cliched feminine energy that we often, the receptive energy that we see as female, caring very much about the emotional well-being of everyone. And I see here that you have this goal of taking care of whatever sphere we're talking about here, whatever sphere of influence. You want to achieve this, so that there's a high morale, so there's trust. That's what's lost, is trust. Somehow things have gotten out of hand emotionally in the group of people we're talking about, where people who started out playing, maybe testing in a competitive way against each other in a playful way, it's got a slight cutting edge to it. See the swords? There's a cutting edge now to it. And it's going to take some effort. People are now confused. They don't trust each other. They're not able to make decisions because they're not sure where another person stands or what hidden motives they may have. And so they're blinded and can't make good decisions. Yeah, this is about trust. Somehow the trust is lost. Let's get more clarification here, please. Five of Cups. Yes, the trust is lost. And rather than, well, what you're going to have to do during this next two weeks, when you're planning your new intentions for the steps you're going to take forward on this path of renewal, this rebirth, raising that vibrational energy, you're going to have to not focus on the mistakes that have been made. Maybe something has gotten out of hand, and you may have learned a lesson about how that could have been prevented, maybe nipped it in the bud, or cut it when you did recognize it. But instead of focusing on that, just learn from the mistake, do an about face, because you've got a bridge here. This bridge crosses the water that troubles you right now. Here's the troubled waters, but you've got a bridge that you can cross, and it leads to this magnificent estate here. Okay? And you'll notice the estate in the background with this family isn't nearly as magnificent as that one. So you can be headed, you can get back on track, back on the road toward this, and restore the trust that's been damaged in the relationship or ships that we're talking about. But you've got to do an about face. You've got to climb out of this negative energy and look at the two full cups. What does your group in this sphere of influence, what do they have that they can count on with each other? What can you now build on to regain that camaraderie and love and affection and trust, the warmth that is now missing? And that's what Spirit is telling you to do. I'm going to get one more clarification, but that's what you need to plan for in the next couple of weeks, and then set those intentions at the new moon for what steps. Use this light of the full moon to find out exactly where the breakdown is. Pinpoint it. And Libra, you're good at that. You're very rational, you're intelligent. You'll be able to use your persuasive powers, and you're also self-sacrificing. You're going to do whatever it takes to regain what's been lost here. And let's do one more clarification card here to help with your intentions, and that's the Nine of Wands. And that, yes, if you will trust yourself and trust Spirit and the universe to help you start working on that path to rebuilding the relationships, it's going to bring you renewed enthusiasm and inspiration. Spirit and inspiration, inspire, have the same root in Latin. And you will be inspired. The divine will help you do this. Okay. That's your focus now for the next 2 weeks. Use this light of the full moon to discover where the breakdown is, so that you can, and here, the breakdown, so that you can renew. Okay, I have pre-shuffled these. These are so big I can't shuffle them comfortably, but I'm just going to cut now, and we'll get a card from the Oracle, the White Light Oracle, White Light of the full moon. Wolves are very in tune with the moon's phases. They howl at the full moon, and see what they have to tell you here. And we have Spirit Bear of 396 hertz. If you've ever watched or looked for soothing music on YouTube, many of them will tell you at what hertz the vibration. You can tune in with the vibrations, or the vibrations will tune in with energy levels for you. So let's see what this particular one is. This is number 15. Spirit Bear of 396 hertz. You are being healed from guilt and fear. Aha. Where did those swords go? Guilt and fear. Let me move this. One of these swords is anxiety. And of course, if you feel guilty and fearful, that can also increase your resentment. So you are being healed from guilt and fear. Such emotions will no longer steal your personal power or dissuade you from confidence. Excellent. They're going to help you rebuild. No matter how unlikely it may seem, you are going to emerge from a spiritual winter into light and life. Yay. The divinely ordained time for your liberation, healing, and emergence is much closer than you realize. Abundant blessings are stirring and shall soon manifest. Okay, step into that feeling of your wish being fulfilled. Feel that trust, that love again, because Spirit is behind you all the way. You're going to be healed. You're going to have the support, the intuition, intuitive knowledge you need to help you move forward to rebuild this group that once was so cooperative and loving and happy, joyous. It's coming again for you. Okay, well, thank you, Libra, and I appreciate you coming to the reading. I hope you come back for more.